Notes Nadeem Bukhari. Linguistics. The uses and functions of language in human life. Para number 1. No one can possibly deny the centrality of language in the whole range of human activities. It is the most powerful and the most vital of mankind's unique endowments. The gift of language comes to human infant quite naturally in the same way as he is predisposed to walk and see. However, exposure to language spoken around him is the most important prerequisite. Other species do not possess this innate language acquisition device. It is because of this natural gift that language has played a very significant role in human life both on micro and macro levels. Para number 2. On micro level, language has served as a powerful means of communication for the individual. And different uses of the language perform different functions. As an instrumental model, language is a means of getting things done. It is used for the satisfaction of one's material needs. Its regulatory function refers to the use of language to regulate the behavior of others. If, for example, a car driver is found to be driving his car erratically, the policeman will stop him on the road and instruct him to drive smoothly. There are a number of situations in life where we regulate the behavior of others for various purposes. But the most frequent use of language is experienced in situations of mutual interaction between self and others in the society. On personal level, language is a form of one's own individuality. It is used for the direct expression of one's feelings, ideas, and attitudes to others both in written and spoken form. Holistically, language is a means of investigating reality, a way of learning about himself and others. Through language, one attempts to explore the facilities of macrocosm as well as microcosm. The imaginative function of language enables one to recreate a world of one's own beliefs. Literature is full of these imaginative and idealistic notions about various aspects of life. The representational use of language helps the individual to communicate about things, ideas, concepts, and events to others. One knows that he can convey a message which has specific references to processes, persons, objects, abstractions, qualities, states, and relations of the real world around him. Para number 3. On the macro level, language is used in the service of groups, nations, and countries at large. It is essentially because of language and mutual communication that man has become a social animal. And the foundations of society were laid due basically to the existence of language. Through language, people developed mutual understanding, tended to foster feelings of mutual respect, and learned to live together, which eventually paved the way for social progress in the world. Both our social and material development as we see it today is because of language. Para number 4. Socially, it is a means of one's identity. Most people like to identify themselves with language rather than anything else. Thus it functions as a social bond and social cohesion. Occasionally the social tolerance or intolerance is based on linguistic rather than other factors. It is a common observation that national languages are appealed to as expressions of large-scale communal identity. Para number 5. Language has also served as a preserver of cultural heritage. It links the past with the present and makes possible same continuity into the future. In fact, the story of language is the story of human civilization. Nowhere, civilization is best reflected as in a nation's linguistic achievements. Language is evolving all the time, as does the human civilization. Viewed in this perspective, language sheds light on the people who speak language and their civilization. All human records with rich experience of race transmitted from one individual, one generation, or one social group to another, appear in some linguistic form, written or spoken.